Hello, everybody, and good evening. Welcome on in. Our continuation of exploring the Iberian Peninsula. Have a few places to go tonight. We're going to be checking out before heading out to... I'd like to make up to Menorca, but we'll see if we actually can. That will be the true question. If it can be done. Bullethead's in the house. What's up? How you doing? Hello, Adam. Scholar's here. How you doing tonight? You going to be streaming on Wednesday and Thursday of New Year's Eve? I do not know that yet. I do not know. EAB Scorpion, thank you so much for the 23 months. Hope all is well and happy holidays to you as well. Mine were joyful. What's up, Gavin? What's up, Doom? Mr. Steinhoff's here. Yo, let's go. When you going to play American Truck Sim? Man, when I want to. Doing good. Glad to hear it, Bullet. Good to hear it. Yeti in the house. 102 months, man. A very long time. Thank you very much. So if you want to join us, we are going to be on the North Europe server. So the North Europe server. And the departure is LECU. Lima Echo Charlie Uniform, just outside of Madrid. LECU, and we're going to be going to LEIG to Igualada, Odenya Airport by Montserrat. I believe it's LEIG. League. We're in a league of our own. Exactly, like Steinhoff just said, LEIG. That's where we're going to be going, but we're taking off out of LECU. That's where we're at right now. LECU. I've already pre-flighted the airplane, so it's good to go. We're just waiting on some people to show up. And we'll get on our way. I'm not sure if anybody's here yet. I don't think they are. Anybody here? Got a Longitude, some other airplanes. Nobody online yet. Again, we are on the North Europe server, just like last time. Peyton Campbell, I already recorded a video today on that. It goes out tomorrow. But yes, my winter car came out today. What's up, LSXG3? How you doing? All right, CS Okies slowly loading in. Good to see it. Our first leg is going to be LECU. LECU to LEIG. So we're going to need plenty of fuel for this one. There's somebody here. I see a Baron on top of that plane. I have all these statics turned off. I don't know why they keep popping up. Is there a way I can get rid of these? It's got to be a ground traffic setting that is just being stupid. Airport. Oh, here it is. Why is it? I did not have it on medium. I had it on off. That would definitely do it, wouldn't it? Oh, you can only go to low on parked aircraft variety. Quantity. Off. There we go. I had all this stuff turned off. I don't know why it... There we go. Well, that should be better. There we go. I see a couple pilots down here. So if you're joining us, LECU, we're going to LEIG. Let's get caught up to seeing you in the chat. Sorry about that. Chris8731, thank you for the 68 months. It's a very long time. I appreciate that. Ellis, 7 months. Thank you so much. 2Bag51, good to see you. 92 months. What's even 92? I know, right? Good evening to you. How you doing? It resets your sound settings every time you open the sim. Well, that's a pain in the ass, circus. It's a bit of a circus, right? You need aircraft traffic quantity on for online. Aircraft traffic quantity. Okay. Why did they make this so difficult? Quantity, ultra. Let's try that. We have a Tucano now. What the hell is going on now? Where'd this plane come from? It looks like it's online. Okay, now we have online people showing up. Okay, cool. That's just a model match. Somebody's in something. Yeah, something weird. That's all we tend to fly a lot of the default airplanes in these flying events, because if you want to see what you're in, I don't own a lot of the planes that a lot of people fly. But now it should be good. We have somebody at my parking spot. Here, I'll just fix that by moving over here. There we go. Easy. Give ourselves some room here. We're going to be on this north ramp here, LECU. We're going to LEIG as the destination, yes. All right, let's go ahead and just get this plane pre-flighted. We might just have these people here for now, and that is perfectly fine, but we cannot waste any time today with all of the stuff going on. Ignition's on. Start up the engine. Make sure our fuel's on, which it is. Props going forward. LEIG. $257 nautical miles away. I'll have to make sure we have plenty of fuel for this run. I'm just going to go ahead and go 100% on that and load it. There we go. Now it's loaded up. Wonderful. Low idle's good there. We'll keep it in low idle for now. And gens are on. Avionics are on. Sweet. Where's just the map at? This? No. Of course it's not. I gotta remember how to get just the map on. How do you do that? I just want that. Oh, route. That's what it is. Got it. LECU going to LEIG. A long, long trip. I'll be enjoying the countryside here. And I'm thinking we're going to go up to 5,000 feet. We'll see what these clouds are at. We'll have to see. It'll be 5,000 initially. There we go. Our CDI on Loke. There we go. GPS for you. There's everybody out there. Nice. We'll keep the whatchamacallits on for right now. All right. Be 1 notch of flaps for takeoff. Takeoff trim. Set. Taxi lights are on. I'll turn those on as well. Yeah. Let's see what the windsock's showing. Pretty calm, but wind's pretty much coming right down our runway. Then we're going to taxi out to it to the left. That's what we're going to do. All right. We waited as long as we can for the first wave of people. So we're going to be on our way. First fly of the day, test reverser. Yep, it's working fine. We're taking off out of LECU, and we're going to LEIG. Hey, there's Thero. Thero made it. Nice. LEIG is the destination, correct, Doom. Had a good Christmas, great Arc Wolf. How was yours? Lane lights coming on, strobe lights coming on, high idle. Taking off, runway 9er. Make sure everybody's all caught up here with us. AB's on the other side of the airport. There we go. Everybody's still taxiing out. Nice. Got a long trip ahead of us here. We'll even see if we can make it on... I'm sure we can on this amount of fuel. All right, here we go, y'all. Plenty of runway. Up we go. That nose over a little bit. We'll climb at 110. Laps up. FLC. There we go. Nice. We'll start our turn out to the left. So we are over Madrid, Spain right now. We just departed and we're headed over to Montserrat is our next destination. A good intercept heading about right here. Look at that. Very nice. All right, let's get the yaw damper on, and we'll go ahead and turn on our autopilot so we can just enjoy the view as we climb out. We're gonna climb out at 110 knots here. Look at that view of Madrid. One Mad Max 1, thank you for the 87 months. Good to see you. Appreciate the love. As always. Look at that right there. Madrid is such a really condensed city. It is massive. I mean, look at that. That is wild. All right, let's pull that power back a little bit. We need to bring our prop back just a little bit more. And get our manifold pressure in a better spot. Or sorry, our torque. We're at 5,000 anyway. So now we can roll our power back for cruise. Yeah, I think 5,000 is going to work pretty well for us here. It's enough so we can see on the ground still, you know? I mean, look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Is everybody behind us catching up? Here's a beautiful look at Madrid. As we depart the area. Yeah, those guys are still at the airport. Maybe we're going to have to do a 360 here. Let's go heading mode. We're going to do a 360 so everybody can catch up before we continue on course. And enjoy the view while we're at it. Look at that big, huge stadium there in the center. That's cool looking. All right, looks like they got in the air over there a little bit. There's another turn. Derek, what's up? How you doing? James, thank you very much for 100 months. Keep it 100. Happy holidays to you as well. All right, they're in the air now, so we can get back over here. I'll do an intercept. We should be able to see the stadium now. There it is right there. Look at that. That is cool. There's Benny Bear and a DHL, or no, the same one as us. And then a Caravan, just like last time. You love to see it. Armor nav. What is it going to? There it goes. GPS. Need to turn on course? Yes, it is. All right, sweet. Everybody else should be back here on the right. Yep, there they are. Arrow's way down there. The hell is he doing? Oh, I can see his airplane now. I'll make it over here. I'm gonna pull my power back so everybody can catch up. Well, we are on course, and that is the big, big airport. That's the Madrid International Airport there. That is a massive airport. I was like, we're not starting here because everybody will get lost. Because it's huge, man. LSXG3, thank you for gifting 5 subscriptions out. If you got one from Ellis, be sure to say thank you. That was very, very nice of you. Thank you. Yes, it is beautiful. I agree with this. I agree. There we go. Get some more people catching up now. I pulled my power back to half of what it was. All right, James, have a good night. Wish making a flight plan was as simple as it was in 2020. Yeah, there's just a lot more tools there for you to use, but I mean, you can still hop in a plane and, you know, just go direct to the airport. That's what we did. We didn't flight plan. Mopar Johnson gifting out 5 subscriptions. Thank you so much, Mopar. Be sure to say thank you to Mopar there. Very, very nice of you. There's Bubba Ray with us once again in the PC-12 today. Very nice. Look at that ground textures here. That looks amazing with the roundabouts. Wow. It just looks so good, man. Really does. Benny Bear slotting in. Everybody's starting to slot in now. Everybody's starting to catch up now. Got Mount Who up there in the SF-50 with the gear down. The Vision Jet. There's Thero in the Baron. And Breeze Era also. Looks like they're in a Diamond, maybe? Piano Man's still out there in the Skywagon. Flying the Skywagon. I don't think they're in a Skywagon personally, but you never know. But yeah, look at the ground. Look at this. Just beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous out here. This is Bubba Ray. Let me turn off the labels. Look at that view right there. That is just gorgeous. Bart Johnson, thank you for the 23 months. Wish I could fly with you all, but I'm on Game Pass. You should be able to fly with us on Game Pass. We're just on the North Europe server. That is probably Thero. Yep, that's Thero right there. All right, I'm gonna bring my power up a little bit more now. Now that everybody's caught up. So we'll be increasing our airspeed. All right, there's fine. Got a long journey ahead of us here. Goodbye, Madrid. We're off to see Spain. Logan the man, doing just fine. How you doing? That is so cool looking. Here's AV over there. Thero's backing down on the power. Maybe slotting in, it looks like. Look at that down there. That is gorgeous. Spain has just been such a beautiful country as we've been exploring it. We did skip quite a bit because we cannot cross all of Spain. in these slower airplanes. It's just going to take forever. So we did skip ahead to Madrid. Derek, thank you for gifting out 5 subscriptions as well. If y'all got one from Derek, BSR, be sure to say thank you. That was very kind. Do a donate test on how much you know about piloting. Sure. I know a little bit. I'm not good at trivia, but I'll give it a whack. Ellis XG3, thank you for gifting 5 more out there, including BNSF got one. But thank you very much. Again, if you get one, be sure to say thank you. Yeah, Blake, I'm gonna have to build a new one, man. Unfortunately. You know what I don't think I have real turb turned on. Now I do. I think it's on now. We should be getting some turbulence off these mountains. Question for you, Jeff. Any plans to return to Euro Truck Sim 2? Maybe. I've been really enjoying Flight Sim. How would you request the IFR use LAX as the airport for ground contact reference? Give me a request an IFR. Talking about the radio call? Los Angeles clearance. Cessna Echo Charlie 127 IFR to Burbank with Bravo or Alpha or whatever the weather is. This is a cool little canyon up here in front of us. Turbine Bonanza is a cool plane. Oh, I bet, man. It is good. Look at that beautiful view right there. How many numbers does a squawk code normally have? 4? We don't say the 7.5 here. 1200 VFR, 7700, 7600, etc. Hopefully this speed is good for you guys. Trying not to go too fast. We're doing 156. Too easy. What's the meaning of a squawk used for? Your squawk code. It's a random number given to you by ATC. there are squawk codes out there that you have by default. Is what we were talking about. There's emergency ones, but there's also VFR, etc. Put a 1200 on that. Is that our ADF? Our ADF radio. Got a new sim wheel. Nice, Ricky. That's cool. Right, but what's it legitimate use? What is it used for? To identify you between other airplanes on the scope? The ADS-B data? Cool valley right there. What's up, Zapper Master? How you doing? Blake Shepard, I do appreciate that 18 months, man. All is well. Hopefully you're doing good. Zapper Master, 35 months. Thank you so much. Oh, we passed? Yes, this sim in VR is fantastic. It's not really great as a like streaming viewer side of things, you know? But for the user, it's incredible. Blake Shepard, doing all right, just having pain with the wisdom teeth coming in. Oh, God. Yeah, that's no fun. Got back from a 2-day ski trip in California. Nice, Logan. Where at? Did you go up to the Tahoe? Look at that valley. All these little villages along the valley there is really cool. I like it a lot. There's Benny Bear out there. I don't have plans for the build yet. Oh, your game crashed. I got you. Look at the farmland we're flying over right now. A lot of farmland. Ooh, we have a nuclear power plant up here. And a nice body of water we're coming up on. That looks cool. Yeah, we'll play Outbreak again soon. Any thoughts on the PS5 and Xbox versions of 2024? I've not played either. South Dakota right now, spending time with family. Going back and forth between my families here in Kansas City. Lots of miles on I-29. And I-29 running ATS. Well, the good news, Karzaku, is that I already have a 5090 ready for the build, which that is a lot already out of the way. That is beautiful. We are currently doing 156 knots. I'm at like 3/4 power here. So people can catch up. There's the nuclear power plant. Aaron Kachold, you got a new strat. Nice. What kind of strat is it? I just have a Mexican strat. You wonder if Homer Simpson works there? Probably. That river bend right there, that looks so cool. All right, let's do our first vibe check here. Enjoy the sights. right, beautiful. That was very nice. I'll have to do a altitude check here in a minute because we're starting to get higher elevation. We're going to have to probably climb up a little bit more. And we're going to go to 7,000. Try that. Well, if it'll do it. Might have to go up to. I might have to use vertical speed for this. Do 500 feet per minute climb to 7,000. Climb power back in. We are 180 nautical miles out. A little bit of weather up here too. All right, let me get caught up to y'all. Yep, we're going to LEIG. We're playing with everybody that's here that wants to fly with us. Had a good Christmas. Ellis, RLG. Mr. Ricky, thank you very much for 4 months of membership on YouTube. And Mark Phillip, thank you for becoming a member on YouTube. Thank you so much. I have the Miltech, or I have the MH60. I haven't flown it. To be honest with you, we'll have to do that sometime. There's missions that came with it that are really cool. Over the mountains. We're on the North Europe server. Yes, Syndrome. Same as last time. Yeah, we have to climb to 7,000. We don't want to see fit. Well, I appreciate it, Mark. Thank you very much. Yeah, hopefully we're going to be able to get up here to 7,000. I mean, the clouds are kind of broken. We'll still be able to see scenery. But then we're not worried about getting into terrain, you know. If we have to deviate around this, we will, but we're going to keep an eye on everything. We do have synthetic vision, which is really nice. That is. I was thinking I could see your shadows again, but it was a dirty spot on your monitor. Just want to say thank you, Jeff, for being there, for the RP chances you've given to so many great creators, enjoying their content. Start with you, your goat of RP. Thank you, brother. Well, Gregory, thank you for the kind words. We'll be back in RP before too long. I've just been really enjoying Flight Sim with y'all. And we're exploring countries together. I think that's pretty darn cool. Nearest airport is currently, let's see where we're at here. We're coming up on a few of them. CNA, LESN. Yeah, LESN is the closest airport from what I can see to us. We're going to be crossing north over the Charlie November Alpha VOR. There's LEZG as well. We're going to be flying by that as well, so they have LEZG as an option. But not too many options when it comes to airports. There's LENC as well. Me encanta. Townsend, love their stuff. 60% off right now. Ooh, nice. Have I flown over Lake Tahoe? Yes. I think we're going to be fine at 7,000 feet for this trip. Because this is as rocky as it gets through here. This little section here we're going to be keeping an eye on, but then it gets nice and flat the further to the east we go. Yeah, Japan will be really cool. If all goes well, we plan to land in Menorca today for the final flight. Hey Keith, Happy New Year to you as well. It's crazy, there's a game now you can fly, drive a buggy, and fish literally around the world. I know, isn't it crazy, Osen? Pretty wild. Yeah, I've flown in New Zealand as well, and Alaska. Yeah, Jackson Hole's a good area. Those mountains. Like doing the ferry missions in career mode, pretend you're playing airplane repo. Nice. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying it, Doom. Thanks for flying with us. We love having you. Yeah, we're going to get a little bit of cloud cover here. But we have to be safe. $150-something miles out. 155. I haven't flown over the poles, nope. There's everybody. There's Curtis in the A320. Nope, they're in a jet fighter, I think. Yeah, holy trucker, I've been paying attention to what's been going on with the bus. It does look good. I will say that. Be better climbed a step ladder earlier and forgot about the ceiling fan. And you have a cut in the back of your head. Damn. Gotta be careful with that stuff. Crossing over a lake. Let's try to figure out where we're at. I think that's Laguna de Galacanta, I believe. We're near Los Cuerlas. What about next big place? Villarreal de Huerva. I believe that's what that lake is. Laguna de Galacanta. That's what it looks like to me. There's a P-51 out here. Tyler Thorne in the P-51 with us. A220. Some cloud cover up here. Just a little bit. Sparrow and the Baron. Got Mount Who up there. There's AV. C400 Corvallis. Nice. There's Mopar Johnson. There's the A220. Well, that's what they're in. They're not in the A320. They're in the 220. And clouds aren't getting better, are they? 136 miles out. Chad, Happy New Year to you. Thank you so much for the 95 months. A very, very long time. OG Nickelstickle, thank you for the cheer. Appreciate you. Breezera and the Diamond. Bubba Ray still off our nose out there. A little ways. Look how cool that is. Akamu Games, what's up? Hey Jeff, first time catching you live. What's going on? Been watching since the GTA 4 days. That's a very long time ago. Back when Abs Girl was around, I think is what. Yep, that's what her name was. Abs Girl. Big old windmills down there. That's cool. Yeah, there's some rain in these clouds over here. That is beautiful. Yeah, the wake turbulence is nice, but I have it turned off on multiplayer, not for any other reason than it kills your frame rate. So if you get these like big stutters and stuff, it's because of the wake turbulence, so try turning that off until they get a fix in there for it. The hell was that? Now Tyler's in a F-18. All right, then we can descend down to 5,000 again. I think we're clear of the worst it's going to be. Power out in the descent. There's a skydiver. That's what it looked like. Something random popped up. Yeah, I have some showers popping up along our route. Nothing terrible though. It looks like it's going to be to our north and our south. Currently 119 miles out. Check our altimeter. It's 1020 hectopascals. Up on 5,000. There's Tyler saying hello. Got those speed brakes out. Definitely in a approved flight suit. Whoa, just stalled it. Just stalled it. He's low. Is he gonna be able to recover that? There you go. I don't think he recovered that. He was very, very low. Got stealth pilot with us here. How cool that is. Got more of these windmills. That looks really cool. Listen, have a good one. Thanks for hanging out with us. All right, one more vibe session. We're getting closer to the airport. Beautiful. Man, we're seeing the change in the topography the closer we get to the east coast of Spain. And once we get closer to Montserrat, we'll definitely do a loop around Montserrat before we land. So you can see what that's like. How close you need for your names to show? It's Alt-2 to turn them on and off, Ryan. But I think it's like 20 miles. Not 20 miles. Maybe it's 10. Another village we're coming up on here. We're only doing 143 knots. I slowed down for you, Ryan. We were doing like 150 something earlier. 94 miles out. You can spawn on us, BSR. If you find us on the map, then you can just start in the air. You just click on where that location is and you start in the air. Pretty easy. Yeah, you're about 10 miles behind us. We do have some weather popping up. But we're going to split right between it. We'll be just fine. Should be VFR where we're going. But if you take off out of LEHC and you go southeast, you'll run right into us. It's a little ways away, though. I mean, that looks a lot closer than it actually is. Barcelona. We're going over here. Right here to LEIG. And Montserrat is just to the south. Right here. To the, actually, pretty much the east of LEIG is Montserrat. We're going to fly around the mountain and then come back and land at LEIG. That's the idea. That heat blur looks so cool. $148 knots right now. We're 87 to the airport. Actually, what I think we'll do is we'll land. Maybe we'll land first. And then the way out to Menorca, we'll loop around it. I think we'll do that. It's really pretty over here. It's like a big river. What river is this? Let's see where we're at. It's the Embalse de Mexicanenza. Embalse de Mexicanenza. There's an island that we're going to be flying over called Isla Mediana. A lot of castles and stuff along this route I'm about to be flying over. Now that we've gotten closer to the river, we're getting closer to Montserrat and all that. We are getting closer. All right, let's see what the winds are. Winds are 1 knot, so we'll be landing on Rome at 1.6. Variable at 1. There's a drizzle in the area. A few clouds at 400, scattered 3,600, broken 5,000. Altimeter 1019 on the QNH. Must be drizzle from this area, this right here from the earlier reporting, I would imagine. The bridge down there, that's cool. Changing servers, you just go to online, go to settings, online, and then you can change the server right there. Yeah, we have some weather popping up right here. I mean, look at this. That was a little nasty, doesn't it? There's that island I was talking about earlier, right there. That's cool. North EU server, North European server. $76 miles. There's that weather right there. Have you ever tried mead? I do not like mead. Not for me. There's that island. That is a cool looking island. Looks like the Millennium Falcon is buried there. A very large Millennium Falcon. the model of that one is either a Tucano or I think it's a, it's probably the TD6 Texan 2. But it looks like a Tucano to me. There, holy trucker. Catalyst, now the Sim Update 4 is out. Yes, I would say yes. It is a definite worthy upgrade. Did you hit Alt 2, Brian? Get your names to pop up? Alt 2 will do it. Getting closer, ever so slightly. The biggest updates to the sim is like the physics, flight model, the terrain, the way the terrain is made. It's just a much better version of the digital twin of Earth than last time. Spain is beautiful. There's no doubt about it. Mr. Steinhoff has shown up. There he is up there, baby burrito. Baby burrito. Look at that motley crew. Performs better than 2020. They have really knocked it out of the park with the performance. Look at the atmospheric scattering, the lighting. It's a big upgrade from 2020 nowadays. Flying in the mist. Yeah, I saw Wild back there tailing behind. Not Mark, is it? kind of wild child did I recognize? It's a wild child. $57 miles out. Yeah, this weather definitely popped up on top of us here. Wild as you, I got you, Brada. Not used to everybody's usernames. How's the transfer of payload aircraft been? It's been not a fun road, I can tell you that. Not relatively easy, no. You would look at the developers that have upgraded the airplane for 2024. Some airplanes just worked out of the gate, but not a lot of them. Also, your ground. The way the ground is like modeled is insane with the trees and the grass and the like all the detail. You'll see when we land. We'll walk around on the ground. Yeah, you can walk in the sim. When you want to get out of your airplane when you're on the ground, you hit Shift C, and you can get out and walk around. I'll show you once we land. Yeah, we're just getting the tail end of this precipitation line right here of all that, but that's producing rain over there. Yeah, the ground is very detailed, but I mean, turn off the labels here, but I mean, just look at the immersion on the atmospheric scattering, and I mean, the lighting's just ridiculous. Yeah, it has a photo mode as well. Yeah, before I would have said, you know, it's kind of wait, but now that Sim Update 4 came out, Sim Update 4 is a really significant milestone in the production of this sim. This is one of the most ambitious projects pulling off what they have. And there's a lot of new technology and new things that they're adding that, you know, have created issues. It was definitely not a perfect, like a good launch. Wasn't a perfect beginning to the sim, but now it's getting the love and all the updates. It's coming along. Oh, you can already RP in this if you wanted to. Get you one of them RM Marine models. I have the Dodge Ram. I have the, well, not Dodge, but I have the Ram. I have the Ford Transit van. Then we have the Juice Goose. Yeah, all the new updates to Bing and all that. 'Cause I'm just using Bing. I'm not using Google Map Mod or anything. 40 miles out. Laid is towards the north of us. I just can't pronounce any of these places we're flying over. Otherwise I would. Yeah, a little bit of rain near the airport. Not going to damper our moods. How pretty that is. Yeah, that's a famous spot right there. That giant dam. Called Presa de Labages, because we're near Labage in Lida, Spain. Lida, Spain. That's where we're at. Do I think they'll release the full US before releasing an updated version of ATS? Yeah, I do. I don't see them updating. If they would have updated up to like American Truck Sim 2, then that's what they need to do. But when that happens, I don't know. Not anytime soon, though. That I can tell you. Yep, 40 miles out. We'll go down to 3,000 feet. We'll do 3,500. You sir made it to the party. We're looking for you. Jeff Gay. It doesn't show everybody either. We're in the clouds. Now keep in mind, I have a pay-aware scenery of this airport we're going to, so it may not, people might be floating at this airport, we'll see. Here we all are over here. Skirting north of this precip. Should be good. The champ can see everybody now. Nice. Altimeter is 1020 here. Captured 3,500. Yeah, now we got a good view of the terrain below us. Might be a little too low for this. Ah, we'll be fine. All them windmills. When I flew around here in real life, I remember flying near those windmills. That's cool to see that in the sim. I haven't been here in the sim, except for the test, since I've seen it in real life. Oh, there's the XB1. Yeah, look at all those up there. The windmills I'm talking about are those. That's Montserrat up there. Sahil, Joshie, what's up? How you doing? Good to see you. I'm doing well. Bill C3, thank you very much for 14 months. Appreciate you. I went to Spain in 2016? 2017? 2016? I don't remember. I just posted in the Discord today. I can look. When was that? That was... $8 years ago. Crazy to think it's been 8 years. But it has been. 25 miles out. Look at those windmills. So cool. Time does fly. You are correct about that. Yeah, 9 knots off the nose right now. We're gonna have a crosswind no matter what. Yeah, terrain is beautiful. Microbalis is a really cool airplane. We're 20 miles out. There's a helicopter over there. Is that a Huey? That is a Huey. That is cool. Man, that looks so good. I have rode in a Huey. That is beautiful. Yeah, we come over this basin, and then the airport's down in this little valley up here. Autopilot off. The auto damper off. My airplane. Landing runway 16. Yeah, it's 17, I think, for you guys if you don't have the scenery. Turn the flight director off. We don't need that on. $14 miles out now. Yep, the weather's being nice to us right now. Not bad at all. Out. Prop sets. We're landing at Lima Echo India Golf. In Igualada. Yeah, scenery is just fantastic, man. Look at that. So crisp. Looks so good. And we're about to go flying off the end of this basin here, and this is where the elevation drop happens. Jimbo, we are on the North European server. And we are landing at Lima Echo India Golf. We are 9 miles out. Smash these boxes into the ground. So we don't see them anymore. It's all about having fun, Derek. It's no worries at all. Montserrat in the distance, looking beautiful. 6 miles from the airport. Yes, it's VR compatible. Turn the labels off so I can actually see. Yeah, flying around this place in real life was just, it was such an insane experience. It was so cool. Got the field in sight off our nose. Overfly, we'll do a left downwind. There's the airport right there. Come right over the town. One-notch flaps. Pretty much turn base just beyond the town here. Short final. Yeah, it's a beautiful airport, man. Very cool to see it. This is exact right where those people are standing is where we would get on board the airplane. Right here at AirCat. Fly. It's so cool to see this. This exact spot right here. All right. Oh, I missed everybody's landings. Yeah, nobody has the scenery. It's just off by a little bit, so that's okay. So yeah, you hit Shift C and you can get out and walk around. My lights here. Oh, did not mean to do that. Let's turn on the labels. There we go. I can see everybody, kinda, sorta. After a long flight. Oh, there's Benny, or the Breeze Era landing. Nicely done. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to the this view so we can actually see everybody land. Up our Johnson down, a little skippy. Jay Alley coming in. And TBM. Hammer down. Hit them brakes. Forwards. Guys, I don't mind if you're gonna fly like jets and stuff, that's fine, but like be mindful of like the sound. It's insane. We can't even think straight. Just shut your engine off if you're on the ground in a jet, please, for everybody's sake. Stealth pilot coming in, short final. Looking good. Very nicely done. Very nicely done. Like I said, they're floating because they don't have this scenery. We got Oki coming in next. There's Thero. Oh man, coming in hot. He's got it though. He's got it. Oh, he's skipping. He's skipping. Go around, Thero, go around. Oh no, he's going off. Into the ditch. Here's AV landing. And that Corvallis, that's such a beautiful airplane. Nicely done. Oki's down as well. And the Donk's out there. I don't know what happened to them. Very cool. All right. What am I doing? I always hit the wrong button for that. So Menorca's way out here. I think there's a Menorca right here. A little bit of a trek, but nothing like horrible. I don't know if we're gonna be able to make it in this. We might need something faster. I believe this is Menorca here. Do they have where's the airport at? Yeah, down here. Let's see, more info. Yeah, Menorca. 5 knots from 110. LEMH. There'll be a little bit of a hop. Oh, the thing was on start. No wonder it was doing that. There's Liesel, of course. And then Menorca's big airport. I think we would go to the smaller airport, honestly. The LESL. How long is that? Let's see. San Luis. That is 157. That's not bad. We can do it. We just aren't going to dilly-dally. We got plenty of fuel to get there, too. Start it up. We just got to do that loop around Montserrat on the way out so we can see that. Turn all our lights on. Good engine start. Taxi down to the runway. We have to do the loop around Montserrat on the way out. So we're going to be flying low and fast on the departure here. All right, let's do this thing, y'all. I idle for you. We go. We have to loop around Montserrat. Sorry, we had an XB1 in the runway. Bring the flaps up. Let's get that speed going here. Nice and forward. Valley out this way. Comes the turn. Looks so cool, these mountains. But look at Montserrat, man. Absolutely beautiful. There she is. Even have a bridge over here. Look at that bridge. That is so cool. Prime Ether, we just took off out of LEIG and we're going to LESL. But we're doing a lap around Montserrat first because it's beautiful in the sim. Look at that mountain. Absolutely gorgeous. It looks so good. It really does. Look at this. Up here on the right is the castle. Right over here. There it is. Oh, it's so neat. All right, we're gonna go up since we're gonna be crossing over the ocean. The more altitude, the better. So we're actually gonna go up to probably 7,000. there, yacht amper's on. Pitch up a little bit so we can kill off some of the airspeed we're on here. So we'll climb at about 150. That's good right there. Follow the change. Autopilot coming on. And we're going to be flying right over Barcelona. Barcelona will be on our left. Well, in front of us for the most part. You will see. But how cool was Montserrat, man? Very cool. Alright, we have to pick up our nav here in a second. Get to the line in a second here. Back on autopilot, man. I burned it in there badly on that landing. The Iberian is, yeah, it's not an easy airplane. You haven't flown it before. Or in a while. Go ahead and just arm nav. Nav is armed. Now we should join on the side here. Still can't. I can see a little bit out there. Yeah, I'll be at Flight Sim Expo. That's the plan anyway. You know, the cloud cover's kind of spoiling it right now, but we're flying over Barcelona. Here comes the turn. Over Barcelona. Can't really see anything out there right now. Oh yeah, we can. We can see it now. Starting to come into view. We turn on course here. Yeah, this is all Barcelona right here in front of us on the left. Our track is going to go literally over the international airport, it looks like. Right over it. We're just in the clouds right now. A little spotty as far as showers go on the way. There it is. Barcelona. That's what we can see of it. Here, I'll show you. We'll just go down and out of the clouds here. You can see it at least. There it is over there. So the beach is up here. We still got this whole mountain we got to cross over. I'm going to put the drone down here so at least it'll be ready to go when we fly over Barcelona. Look at that. Very cool. That's the ocean up there. Yep, just about to downtown Barcelona. Just about there. There's the airport right there. The giant airport. And so downtown's up further to the north, just a little bit. Barely. Probably not make it out from up here. I go down a little bit lower on the cloud. I think there's rain over it. Over downtown, sadly. That's what it looks like to me. Here we are flying along with everybody. There's downtown. You can see it now a little bit better. Or parts of downtown. Downtown's like literally under that cloud over there. But there's the airport. Very cool. All right, we're going to go ahead and get a vibe session going here. Just enjoy the departure out of Barcelona as we head to Menorca. Nice. All right. Well, we've gotten on our way. I'm going to get caught up to everybody in chat in just a moment. Of course, we break out of the clouds right at the end of that song. Look at that beautiful view of the ocean to the left and to the right. Not bad at all. All right, so we need to pull our prop back a little bit. About right there, and then we can set our power. I'll try to get as much as we possibly can out of this thing without overspeeding it. There we go. A little faster now. 116 miles out. Looking good. Let's get caught up in chat. Migs88, thank you so much. We were flying Montserrat and all that stuff going on during that. But thank you very much for the super chat. In a series in my corner of the world? Absolutely. Second Christmas gift to you. Whereabouts are we in the Iberian Peninsula? We just flew over Barcelona. We were up there. We started in Madrid, and then we flew to Igualada and Montserrat. We flew around Montserrat, and then now we're on our way to Menorca. But thank you very much, man. Happy holidays to you as well. Scott's in the house. What's up, Scott? Thank you for the 97 months. Flying's been good, man. Lewis Ash, 8542. Thank you for the membership. 9 months on YouTube. We're playing on the North Europe server. Yeah, that's as much speed as we can possibly get out of this thing. We're going to get it right up next to the barber pole, if possible, for the go-home leg. Looks like we're pretty much maxed on our speed we're going to get. So we have a 16-knot headwind. But 112 miles out, not bad at all. It's a lot shorter of a flight than I thought it was going to be, which is always great to see. Hey, look at that. Maverick V25 with us. Here's everybody. Look at everybody out here. Crossing the ocean. That's the whole idea behind what we're doing. Oh, Gulf Coast Tim. We're flying a different country each week. Seeing what they all have to offer. There's Scott off to our left wing there. And Southwest Rebels way out there. Way out there. Is everybody here? Looking out the back. Oh, nice. Took off out of Barcelona. Very cool. Headed to the island of Menorca. A stealth pilot, that was awesome. Jeremy Higgins, yes, we're in the 208 in the Caravan right here. There's the Motley Crew. Got Velms there in the icon. Yep, I'd say it's a gaggle. Got a whole gaggle of people. $98 miles out. Trying to give her everything she's got to go faster. This is not working out. I'm going to have to pull that back a little bit more. We're going to run an ITT at 822. It's insane, I know, but we're getting every bit of airspeed we can out of this airplane right now on the go-home leg. Migs, you were born in Alicante? Oh, that's cool. You fly over from Menorca and land at LEAL. We're pretty damn close to you. Thank you for the super chat. Once again, thank you. Sorry I missed that one whenever I was in the middle of the flight around Montserrat. Oh, it's the Dornier Sea Star. That's not a, what you call it? It's not the one I thought it was. So Vilms is in. The Sea Star. Good looking airplane. Love the color on that. The Sea Star, the Dornier Sea Star. You can tell who's on autopilot and who isn't very easily. That beautiful TBM 930. Scott's baby. Mount Who's been rocking the Vision Jet pretty good today. Not bad at all. Very cool. Well, nobody's judging anybody's landings, so that's okay. All right, let's do a vibe session before we get to our destination, right? Yes. Yes, I believe so. Very nicely done by all the pilots in formation on our way to Menorca. Very cool indeed. We are currently 70 miles out. Still don't have any visual of the island yet. But we are getting closer to it. So we should be seeing it before too long. Looks like it's raining there right now. A little bit of spotty showers on the way in. We're going to LESL, Scott. Lima Echo Sierra Lima. Lewis Ash, appreciate that super chat. It's your birthday tomorrow in Australia, 31. Well, happy birthday to you, Lewis Ash. Always good to see you. Hopefully you have a good birthday. Yeah, it's a small run, or it's not a very wide runway, but it's long. More than enough for the caravan. There's the big giant airport next to it. You can always land there, but we will be landing at Lima Echo Sierra Lima. What do we got here? Runways. Headwind, runway 02. So landing north would give us a 2-knot headwind. 4 knots from 080. So we landing runway 2. Runway 2. Visual runway 2. Vectors. Minimums off. Yep, straight final runway 2. We're not going to activate it yet. I want to load it. Maybe you can't just load it. Yeah, we'll activate it. That's fine. Oh, nope. What are you doing? Let's put on our heading. Vector ourselves. Only 60 miles out. Flight plan page. There we go. Yeah, let's give ourselves a nice heading now. Just in case we run into some weather along the way. Looks like it's gonna be heading 135-ish, right around there. Yeah, 135-ish. Up. Yeah, 50 miles out. Island's right off our nose. Lewis, to join the server, it's the North Europe server. We're on the North European server. We're going to LESL. What's up, Silver Chevy? How you doing? Miles out. We'll start descent around 40. Yeah, my bad. I forgot to swap over to heading bug. To heading mode before I activated the approach. Rookie move. Approach fix is 50 miles out. Should be able to make out the island a little bit. Yeah, there it is right there. Off our nose. Don't mind all these tiles. Bad tiling on the water right here. Not right. Air Force Epic, appreciate the 2 months. Good to see you. Get some people with us still. Didn't screw up too bad, I guess. There's Mopar. Saying hello, everybody wave to Mopar. There's Silver. Lewis Ash, you have to go to your online, go to settings online, and then you can select your server right there. You've heard of the Bermuda Triangle. Now meet the Balearic Square. Yeah, the label with executive seating. We made fun of that last time. Like, it's a little bit much to have. You don't need to have that. But they thought they did. That's the island right there. Our area's over there where we're landing. Send. We'll start down to 3,000. Ever so slightly. Our power back just a little bit. This is where we're gonna get all our speed. Right up next to the barber pole. I get everything we can out of it. Altimeter's 1017. But at the airport, that's a good question. Yep, 1017 at the airport. Tell us our go home leg because we're right up next to the barber pole. Probably shoot the approach at 1,500. When we get there, we're gonna go down to 3,000 initially. At 172 knots. We'll start vectoring ourselves once we get close to the coast. But we're just going to shoot the visual approach just in case it's raining on top of the airport. And hopefully we can see it before too long. Try and get as much speed as we possibly can in the descent. There's Menorca, looking beautiful. Panda Crazy, what's up? How you doing? Welcome on in. Cool looking sunset. Pulling our power back just a little bit. Actually, I think we should shoot this at 2,500 when the time comes. Yeah, we don't use inches here, Mr. Steinhoff. Use hectopascals. Man, Menorca looks so cool. Winds are very light down here. I don't think there's going to be a lot of cloud cover. It looks actually pretty decent down here. To be honest with you. Pretty island. Daryl's gonna redeem himself on this landing. Jake from area 251. Nope, we're in the caravan today. That's the caravan. Most of the rain has moved out. Square up our approach a little bit. Oh my god, did that 777 just go into the South Rebel? Just put it in the trees in Menorca. Unbelievable. This island, very cool. There's that other big island way out there. Do you have a reshader on? Yeah, I use Sealed Sky from FlightSim.to with my own custom tweaks to it. This thing, Sealed Sky. Did my own colors and stuff. We'll still shoot the approach of it anyway, because we already have it programmed. It's so cool down there. Yeah, Sealed Sky is the name of the reshade on FlightSim.to. A 400M. All right, Rebel. Well, thanks for hanging out with us. Have a good one. Still 1017. Look at this town right here. That village right off our nose. That is so cool. Sun-kissed. Yeah, that town looked awesome. The highway down there. Very, very beautiful area. Yeah, it claims it's raining over here, but it's not really raining. It's not raining at all. Look at that village right there. Oops. Wrong button. Wrong button. Right there, that village. That is so cool. That's one of the holiday spots here in Menorca. For sure. There's an airport there, but we're going over the airport over there. Go to that one. Gonna intercept heading. It's Blue TV. What's up? Ivan is player. Thank you for the raid. Appreciate ya. Y'all are just joining us. We're in Menorca now. Landing in Menorca. Menorca. Finishing up the Iberian Peninsula flight. Approach armed. Oh, hello. That was weird. What is happening here? Autopilot's freaking out. Just turn that off. Engage it. See if it'll fly it. Glide path. Props forward. So we're just simulating that we had no visibility down to 500 feet. Does a pretty good job tracking a visual approach. Roughly 500. Autopilot off, yaw damper off. My airplane. It's non-precision, but it gets you real close, you know? It really does. All right. That concludes our long, long journey across the Iberian Peninsula. Very long journey. Parking brakes. Shut her down. Very nice. All right, we have people coming in still. I think we do. Yes, we do. Quite a few of them, actually. There we go. Now we see everybody. First just touchdown. Mount Who just touchdown. Donk's coming in. There's Donk holding it off right there. Nice. Got it down. That's all that matters. Prime Others down. J Alley possibly going around, but nope. There they are. Ooh, big bounce, big bounce. There's down. Jesus. Oof. All right. There's Scott coming in the TBM. Looking good. Nicely done. Scott's down. No issues at all. The silver went around. So we got Steinhoff coming in and Stealth Pilot coming in now in the Caravan. Looking good, looking good. Nice, holding it off. Lot of runway. So you can just take your time getting down. Beautiful landing by Stealth Pilot here. Look at that. Beautiful. Not bad at all. All right, we got the A400 coming in now. And touchdown. Woo! A little sketchy. They made it down okay. Wish the LODs were fixed. They need to fix these LODs so we can see landing gear in multiplayer. It looks ridiculous like that. All right. Baby Burrito is 1 point, about a mile out. Short final. In the 400 Corvallis. Half a mile out. Yeah, that's an interesting LOD on this one. Looks like a UAP. Looks like a UAP. There we go, looking good. Nice. Yeah, just holding it off, holding it off. There you go. Beautiful landing. Beautiful landing by Steinhoff. Very nicely done. That airplane sounds so good. There's Thero. How was your landing this time, Thero? Better? This pilot looks like a damn SWAT officer. Look at all the airplanes. The gaggle of planes here. Not bad at all. Everybody should be extremely proud of themselves for flying and navigating across Spain. We did it with real weather, not time, but real weather. And it was pretty pleasant. We did not have a whole lot of problems when it came to the actual weather, you know, preventing us from getting into airports and stuff. So that was really, really cool. I absolutely loved the Iberian Peninsula. It's a beautiful place to fly. We'll definitely have to fly here again sometime in the future. That is for certain. But thank you to everybody for coming out during these, participating, just watching, just being here. Everybody that resubscribed, all the people that subscribed, gifted out the subscriptions. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your night. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great one.